evening. It's wonderful to see you again. It's been so lovely to see you as often as I have been. It's a bit odd, honestly, to start a vlog in a very bare state, but it seems the most natural state for me to start the vlog in the very beginning. So it is Sunday evening. I'm about to go back into the office after 2.5 weeks of winter break, but I'm also very excited. It feels like the first day of school, which work should always feel like, in my opinion. I'm obviously very humbled and privileged to be able to go into work, to be there not only for my expertise, but to learn something and to interact with people. I thought it'd be a lot of fun to document my first week back. This year, I don't have any concrete go get 'em goals. I haven't written them down yet. I didn't make a vision board. I think it would be really fun to start this vlog off with a quote to really capture the essence. I can choose ease without losing ambition. The lack of goal setting and vision board making isn't for the purpose of me to sit back and twiddle my thumbs and roll with the punches. I am not that type of person, and I don't think I will ever become that type of person, no matter how much meditating I do, okay? That's just not who I am, and I cannot convince myself otherwise. I would just like to approach this year with a bit more discernment, more than usual. I signed my promotion letter at the end of the year, cried my eyes out. As a Taurus, if I have a goal, I'm going to see the end of it. But my papa said something very insightful. He said, okay, you get this promotion, but your goal shouldn't just be climbing this ladder, right? You need to go in and ask yourself, well, what do I need to learn or take away from this place? Is it the team building skills? Is it the projects themselves? Is it the product itself? And I think that's why people get so drained, because it's like, I need this title, I need this pay grade, I need to get to this point. But really, we need to ask ourselves, what are we really doing there? And that advice came at an excellent time, because since I've got my promotion, I'm like, what now? My work laptop is on the shelf at the bottom of the desk. You don't need to take the bag, just bring all this stuff here, please.
Done.
There is no right or wrong way to approach your new year. If you feel this fury, this passion, and you just need to go get it this year, do that. For me, it's looking a little different, and maybe it may transform into that once I know what I need. Tell me how you'll approach this year. Regardless, I'm cheering for you, and I hope you cheer for me too. Today I'm wearing my Theus jacket by Cezanne. This is a mohair. It's a brushed mohair, so it kind of has this fuzzy wuzzy teddy feeling. I wear this religiously. I think I've worn it 5 days in a row once because it's just so versatile, so warm. What I love the most actually is the flared sleeves and how it just ends naturally at my hips. I'm wearing my silk wool blend scarf, my cotton Oxford, and then underneath my cotton Oxford I also have a thermal layer here because I don't want to wear a winter coat with this.
I heard someone scream.
Scream?
Yeah.
Not me. I'm just talking to the camera, but I wasn't screaming.
Oh, I was gonna come check on you. 'Cause I'm like,
Well, I'm okay now.
I thought you left, like you were outside. I'm like,
What does it sound like? What would it
Exactly like that.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not scream like that at all. My Buck Mason boot cut flare jeans. So comfy because it has a little bit of a stretch to it. It's Japanese denim. Of course, if I'm wearing boot cut jeans, I need to wear a boot. These are a pair of Fry vintage boots. Look at that brass toe, yo. I love the patina on these, of course. This is a perfume oil. It's called Saint, African Sandalwood. We got this from my Catholic prayer store. People thought I was wearing Santal. And it's so easy to reapply. It naturally sits with my musk, so the smell is not really in your face. It's very much, she smells good. Let's go get this bread. Do people still say that? I'm very sick. Cheers. My little bowl of chicken chili, gluten-free. I'm trying to eat more things that align with my natural cycle. And Michael is very good at taking care of me when it comes to that stuff. It helps me manage my energy, my symptoms, helps me with my hormones, but it's not about perfection. It's about trying. I ate a bag of Funyuns before I left work today because I really wanted a bag of Funyuns. I'm ovulating right now, so a lot of leaner proteins, vegetables, fiber, and that's honestly just how we should be eating day to day, with a little bit more alignment and intention. I do need to do a costume change. I need to film a short form video. It's not I have to, I get to film a short form video. I need to take a hot bath, sweat this cold out, and just bundle up. Okay, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Before I completely run out of energy, I want to talk about what I journaled about this morning. Obviously not my deepest, darkest secrets. The prompt, what are some things I've implemented that I'd like to continue into the new year? Number 1 was stop complaining, comparing, and work. Not stop working, work. If I choose to compare, it's for analytical work, right? Because comparison is also a line in the sand. I'm not the jealous type. I'm the self-deprecating type. I've noticed the more I consume, the more I complain. I literally do social media as a hobby. It's tough out here sometimes. Try being an influencer for a day. Sometimes I feel really anxious or about a piece of content, but it's because I'm not really doing anything. I'm just letting it stir in my head, and I'm watching other people do things that I am fully capable of doing myself. When I find myself feeling like that, stewing and rolling in bed, shut up, sit at your desk and work. And that does not only apply to social media, it applies to my full-time job as well. I talked to a career coach, and at the end of it, he was like, it looks like you just crave visibility. Yes, I want to be acknowledged for my hard work and my good work. I'm not going to go off and complain to my boss or to my coworkers about how I never get visibility. I'm going to shut up and work. And of course, take that with a grain of salt, okay? Take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. 2, breathe often and deeply. In my videos, you can actually see me doing a lot of different breath work. Your body actually goes into fight or flight mode, survival mode, if you're holding your breath or taking really sharp breaths. Think about it. If you were hiding from some paranormal creature, you need to, whereas, namaste. this. This book is really good, but it's a bit too easy. Is that possible? To be honest, guys, I'm feeling like shit. We'll finish the what I'm bringing into 2026 things tomorrow, if I'm alive. Hey, so I actually woke up this morning and thinking that, oh, I'm fine. I slept really well. I got this. I did my morning stretches. I did some little core workout in the morning. I was totally fine. My first meeting of the morning was at 9 a.m. Went really well. By the time it was the afternoon, I was like, uh-oh, power right now. So I went home, and then I just knocked out. It's the office air. The office got me sick. Hopefully I'll be able to see you soon. I haven't had matcha in days. I tried to vlog a bit, but when I look back, I look like I was hallucinating. It was weird. And then I found out while I was home, somebody delivered flowers to my desk. So beautiful. My mother-in-law sent them to me because of my promotion. Sweetest lady ever. Since I'm feeling moderately better, I wanted to continue our conversation. This is more of a theme. Creativity is found in limitations. If I don't set a time limit for myself, or I just have a whole day ahead of me, I will delay action. Decision paralysis manifests in the illusion of infinite time. The perfection beast you will take over the steering wheel. Think of limitation as a form of discipline. Take the time to show up and don't take it for granted. I actually had to think about the time where I was looking for a job. I already had an opportunity to make videos and some vlogs on my YouTube channel. I am making those videos while unemployed, but I actually never really monopolized on that opportunity. Because I had an infinite amount of time, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my career or in my life really. I find now that I have a full-time job, I am using those tiny spaces to work on something that I'm passionate about. Whether it's writing a video, sewing, knitting, I'm very hungry to do those activities because I don't have much time to do it. There's this one interview with George R. Martin and Stephen King, and George R. Martin is like,
how the fuck do you write so many books so fast?
you have like 6 books by the time I'm done with one. And Stephen King was like,
I try to get out there and I try to get 6 pages a day. When I'm working, I work every day, 3-4 hours, and I try to get those 6 pages and I try to get them fairly clean.
And that kind of limitation, not the goal itself of being 6 pages, but saying to yourself, I need to do 6 pages today and I need to find the time to do that, it forces you to do those 6 pages. It's the same way my boss holds me accountable. I had to get the specific objective done by November 30th, and I'm cracking on that. I didn't get that done. But when it comes to creativity, we don't have that same, person who's holding us accountable. It's only ourselves. I could literally go, I'm not even getting into just the scientific medical research when it comes to making things with your hands or just creating in general. Oh my gosh, that would be a great video. That's a great video. Next one. I looked for a bit of books that are on my wish list, couldn't find them. But what I did find are many children books. I adore children books. Not only because of the nostalgia, but also just the craftsmanship and the skill that goes into writing a children's book. The prose needs to be very specific and understandable. There needs to be a general theme and lesson condensed into a small book. The illustrations are just gorgeous.
Michael actually said once, if I'm ever missing in a bookstore or a library, the first place he looks is actually the children's section. These are Mother Goose tales, and I love how big the book is because it allows the children to interact with the images and also engage with the book. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks. Every sack had 7 cats. Every cat had 7 kits. Kits, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives? Interpretation of just the Mother Goose tales too. Oh, Eloise specifically is Kate Thompson's imaginary friend or alter ego. And I think that's just so sweet how that imaginary friend sticks with you to adulthood. And she alludes to Eloise whenever she's late or being mischievous or anything like that. So it's very sweet. And I also distinctively remember getting a paper cut from this book growing up. Just flipping through the pictures and just red knit cat girl to the rescue. The most impressive part about this is actually the illustrations themselves. So the illustrations for this book were done in acrylic ink and pencil on plywood. So you can see this texture. Very easy to read. It's a story about friendship. So it's just also just so beautiful just to flip through. No matter how good the prompt is, you can't have a machine create these images. Coupe with open sunroof. Coupe with open back hatch. Hot dog car. I have this as a sticker. You should look at this book, Cookie. It's so funny and cute. I'm just so happy to just collect these books and pay almost nothing. Not only for my own personal enjoyment, but also for our kids when eventually we get to read these books to them. Mistress Mouse Repairs. She's so cute. She's the one who's in charge of fixing the cars throughout the book.
Hello. It's kind of ironic to get sick the day you get back into the office. Not gonna take that as a sign. I realized that I had not read the last portion of this journal entry. I started editing it and then I was like, something is missing, and I'm like, it's the last part and it's one of the most important parts. I will say, full disclosure, this will be monologue style, so please get cozy. I recommend not eating while watching a YouTube video, but if that gives you consolation, then go do that, but don't do that. Okay, go for a walk while you listen to this. The thing that I will bring into 2026 that I did have in 2025 is to enjoy. I put a little asterisk there because it should not be confused with complacency or just a state of being. It's not an adjective, it's a verb. And it's like, duh, Casey, it's a verb, we all know this, but I just want to emphasize that it's an active effort to take delight or pleasure in an activity. That's what it means to enjoy. The intention is for your benefit. Does that mean the activity we enjoy needs to be inherently positive or happy? No. I used to be obsessed with outcomes and milestones. I work very quickly with little to no cost and it gets done. That's why my boss loves me, or at least I think he does. But I do that in my life as well. I'm losing the memory of what happened between here and there. I look back in time and I'm just like, I don't have much recollection because I just like to put my head down and work. But then I have to recall that's just not true. I discredit the process it takes to get here. I don't show anyone the technique that it took to slay the dragon. I'm a creative. I purposefully choose the slowest way to make a blanket. I quilt. It's not the speed that makes it attractive though, the act of it being slow. It's the process. Cutting, the sewing, the troubleshooting, messing with the pattern, getting confused, getting frustrated, being extremely happy after finishing a block. The lull in between when I don't want to work on it anymore. Without any of those things, there is no quilt. The right people enjoy a handmade quilt as a gift, not because the quilt itself is beautiful, because they know the process and the time and the effort it took to get to that quilt. So I asked myself, why do I not choose to enjoy my life the same way? Nothing was keeping me. I had to remind myself that it was possible. I do it in all of my creative endeavors. When I make videos, when I quilt, when I knit, when I sew, it's a whole thing. It's a process. So I need to reframe it in this way. I enjoyed getting better from being sick. We do not thank our immune system enough for just the natural process it takes to get from point A to point B. I enjoy exercise. Is it because I enjoy the way I feel or the way I look? I mean, I enjoy exercise because I know it'll get me to that point, but also it's enjoyable to know that this is compound interest. It takes a series of movements and time commitments, and also, again, my body to be able to do those things. I enjoy work, not because I get paid, not because of this title, but because the ability for me to exercise my knowledge, to meet people, to go through really challenging situations, encounters that are distasteful and give me trauma sometimes. But that makes me a better person overall. I enjoy cooking, not because I just get to eat yummy food, but because I get to try out different techniques, smell different things, touch different things, and seeing how this one thing can turn into this massive thing. I mean, it's amazing, really. I enjoy learning about Michael, our marriage, not with the idea of having this perfect marriage or this perfect man in the end, but seeing what it takes to get there, the conversations, the uncomfortable ones, the disagreements, seeing Michael grow as a person and how that fits into my life, and seeing him become the person that he wants to be. And I get to benefit from that. I enjoy learning about myself and the 2016 trend that's going on right now. Everyone's sharing these pictures, and there's jokes about, you like your 2016 pictures because you were skinny then or you were prettier then. No, I enjoy my 2016 pictures specifically because she still exists to this day in my 25-year-old body. And I think about how 2016 Casey shows up in my choices today, and I'm like, wow, she would have really loved that. And she still does, because we're still the same person. And there's so many examples of seemingly mundane things, privileges, that allow me to grow as a person because I choose to enjoy these things. I welcome friction and I welcome being wrong, but how can we encounter either of these things without action, a verb to enjoy? So fun, so fun. I also specifically wanted to bring this up. A rebrand is not necessary for this year. It's totally not, because when you rebrand, it kind of discredits the work that you've put into yourself. Rather than a rebrand, think of a refinement. Think about things that you like, things about things you dislike, take or leave things behind, but I don't think a rebrand is necessary. This year, I wish you safety, health, and I want to say happiness, but I can't do that for you. Only you can. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.